everybody. How's everybody doing? Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope everybody enjoyed their day. I'm just sitting here in my van at the truck stop. I'm off at my job today. We're gonna be out for tomorrow. We were off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we go back Monday. So um, yeah, I'm gonna be pretty bored just sitting here in the van trying to make time go by. I currently ran out of gas. Man, it got cold last night. These last couple of nights, it's been getting colder and colder, and it popped up on my phone. I was looking at the weather, and it said it's supposed to rain and sleet and snow this weekend. So, man, it's gonna get rough. I'm glad I got this van now, but like I said, I've been sleeping in this van uh, since I got it these last couple of days, and like today, it's nice out today, y'all. The sun is out. It's still windy. It's cold out. It's still cool out, not cold, but it's windy right now. But man, I'll tell you, at nighttime when that sun goes down, it gets cold. Um, I was in my van. I had it running, trying to keep the heat going. The other night when I was live on here, and I actually ran my gas out. So last night it was rough on me, man. I had to toughen it out last night, y'all. Sorry about that. Y'all see my lips ashy, my haircut. Y'all ain't seen me like this. I'm looking rough out here, y'all. I spent all my money that I saved up to get this thing. I actually was saving up to get an apartment, but I had filled out so many applications, and no one had, got back to me in time. By the time I ran into this van, so I was just like, you know what? I'd rather have somewhere to lay my head than to be out here laying on the concrete and be cold. Because when I was out there laying on that concrete and sleeping behind buildings and stuff, y'all, just trying to make it to work the next morning, it was rough on me, y'all. I was shaking and cold. I couldn't take it anymore. So I had to make some kind of decision of what am I gonna do. I couldn't go get a hotel room because hotel room, y'all, they take most of your money, um, and then if you don't pay it, they kick you out. So if my payday doesn't come on that time when it's time to repay again, guess what? You out of there. So hello, someone says hello. My screen on my phone is broke, y'all. Uh, can you say my name, James? Hi, James. How you doing, brother? God. But yeah, y'all. Like I said, y'all gotta bear with me. On my phone, I need a new phone. I need a haircut. I just eggs, green cheese, gas. I actually need a clean up, oil change, spark plug, some type of belt that goes on it. I'm gonna do is try to come up with the money through donations and whatever I could do. I'm gonna try to come up with this man's money because I don't want to lose my van. But yeah, I spent everything I had. The gas that I had in here, like I said, it got so cold, y'all, last night, and I had already ran out of gas the night before when I was on live with you guys, showing you guys the van. Man, it got so cold last night, and I had already ran out of gas. I couldn't cut my van, the warm, and I was so depressed all night, just shaking and tossing and turning. I didn't get any sleep last night, y'all. It was rough on me, but I actually thought it would be warmer, being inside of you know, a car or something, breathing, and everything. But man, that cool air had built up in here. It got cold, y'all. I was just shaking and shaking and shaking. My feet were numb, my toes were numb. I couldn't feel my toes. I was just like, man. So I just said, man, I'm just gonna stay up until the daylight, and when the sun comes out and I can warm up a little bit. So here I am. It's daylight, and I'm trying to warm up, y'all. I wasn't actually gonna go back live no more. I was just gonna just tough it out myself like I've been doing, uh, because I hate asking people for help, But man, it was so rough on me last night. I didn't have any gas. I didn't have anybody anywhere to go. I don't have nothing, no family or nothing right now. My mom and my dad are passed away. My grandparents on both sides are passed away. A lot of my aunts and uncles, they passed away. It's a lot of my older family members that they've passed away. It's just a younger family member now. So with this younger family members, you know how that is. The younger family members, it's really hard to ask these young folks for help, y'all. They're out for self. They don't care about their family stuff. If you don't got nothing to give them, you're in trouble. That's the way the world is nowadays. So thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, it was so rough on me. In the van yesterday, I tried to sleep it off. To be honest with you guys, uh, I wake up and I looked around. It was quiet yesterday. It wasn't no traffic, too much of any traffic or nothing yesterday. So it was kind of real quiet yesterday, with it being a holiday and everything. I just tried to sleep it off. I stayed asleep most of the day. I was like, I don't have nowhere to go, or I'm not eating ham and turkey, and I'm not enjoying my day. So I just tried to sleep it off yesterday, y'all. But I am thankful. I thank God for life. I thank God for my new job. I thank God for my new van. Things are rough right now. Times are tough right now. But when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm just toughening it out, man. Still believe. I know God will make a way somehow. So, um, I'm just out here, just trying to make. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that, guys. Um, I'm just out here trying to, keep on keeping on, y'all. Trying to keep this train on the track. So I know a lot of you guys, you probably was spending time with your family yesterday and everything, and having a good day, joking around with everybody. I miss those days. I miss my family, being alive. My parents and my grandparents and my aunts and everything. I remember we used to all pile up at my grandparents' house and on Thanksgiving. I miss those days, man. That's life. Life's been life for me. That's like, and it's funny, y'all. I actually started my YouTube channel. sleeping in the storage. So that's God right there giving me a sign that everything's gonna be all right. Because when I was sleeping in that storage, y'all think I was shaking last night. Man, when I was sleeping in that storage, I was in tornadoes. If you go look at my old videos, you'll see I was in a tornado warning. Um, when a tornado had happened, um, I was actually in snowstorms. If you go look at my old videos, you can hear the tornado sign. And I showed you guys the snow just coming out raining, raining. Then sleet started coming with the rain. Then snow, just snow. It snowed so many. I think it snowed like a week, a little over a week and some days straight. So it was so much snow you couldn't even walk. You couldn't even come outside the unit. But I made a trail. I got, you know what I mean. But that's God. I'm looking at this storage unit in the background and depressed and being and thinking, this and that and getting discouraged. I actually looked in my at my screen and I seen this storage unit behind me. And that's God. God's just telling me, things gonna be all right, man. I came a long ways, even though it doesn't seem like it. I actually, I actually, my screen on my phone is broke. Um, Everything's just going bad on me right now, y'all. Y'all bear. I don't know why my phone's going in and out. Well, I know why because my screen is. It goes in and out. So I'm gonna try to stay on here and see if it comes back in for a while. I don't want you guys just staring at the froze screen, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. Just in case if I do have to end this live, if it doesn't come back in soon, soon, I'll end this live and go back live again. So you guys come back and tune in on the next live if that's so. But yeah, like I said, y'all, it's hard out here on me right now, man. Phone's broke, need a haircut, I ran out of gas. Uh, Man, I owe this man 500. The car lot $500, $500 to pay my van off. I need tags, insurance, need a tune-up, oil change, spark plugs, a new belt. But what I do is I'll go live again. You guys just come back and tune in with me on my next live. But hopefully it'll come back in. It usually does. It goes in and out. My screen's broke. I can barely see when it does come back on. But I have to do what I have to do right now, y'all. So we'll wait and try to see if it kicks back in or like I said, it goes in and out. There it is. Blink back in now. I wish I could show you guys. Like my phone is shattered. The screen is all the way broke. If you guys can help me out,